Well, we're back again. I just, oh, the power's near out. That's good. I'm going to upload all this stuff anyway to the computer so I can edit it. Anyway, yeah, everything's done. I'm home, and it looks like I got some good mail, which are my, some of my marijuana seeds for this year. I got some Fruity Pebble, Do-si-do, and Alaskan Thunderfuck. Excuse my languages. So there's my, well, here, let's just open the back. There. So there's me stovepipes. And I'll bring these in later. I got to get a hold of Stefan, like I was saying earlier. So we'll see what's, how we're going to work this out. So, Jamie, I'm going to check later. We'll see what money I've got in the account there. So, yeah. Finally, my garbage is unpiled. I'll go Saturday because if it melts, it'll probably be all melted by Saturday the way it's going. So, garbage day on Saturday. We get all the garbage taken out of here. Oh, there goes my phone. Maybe that's Jamie. Yeah, you got a ton of money here. Great. It's all going to the Woodstove parts. My clam sitting way over there just waiting for me to take it ice fishing. So, yeah. You know what? It's buried, but I bet I can get her started and she'd drive right out of there. I probably should just try it just because. Maybe tomorrow. So, start streaming at Stefan. I hope this ain't going to sit here all summer. That's supposed to be an ice hut. He's going to be tearing it all out, and we're going to be building, and then it's going to be like a portable ice hut. I would like to take this this baby up north. You know, instead of staying, well, I could sleep in the ice hut, so I'd be fine. But instead of staying at a lodge or something, you know, just go up and stay there in the tent thingamajiggy. I'll bring my my poo 5-gallon pail, luggable loo. I've got that, so you know, I'm fine. Bring some water, some food. That's it. So, but that won't be happening this year. It's like everything around here, man. Won't be this year. Well, I mean this winter. That's not accurate. I should say this winter. So, picked up more of my Azempec. It has to be refrigerated. So, and actually I got to take my injection today. Well, you know what? I'm starting to think that it was right to get the 4-foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So, yeah, the 1 4-foot goes there. And then the other ones are 3-foot. The 4-foot was $54, and then you get the 3-foot, and they're $24. So for that extra 12 inches of steel, it doubles in price. Now that's not because they're rip-off artists. I mean, the people that work and run and own the Timber Mart are longtime family friends. You know, back when my dad was alive, that entire house was built from supplies from them. Everything I've done from here is all from them. You know, I can go to a town and get better prices and everything sometimes, but you know, I don't really care. Not that I'm a rich person, can afford that, but these are like my neighbors that work there, my friends, my family's known them, so I'm not spending money elsewhere. And that was always a big rule here with my father. You're going to get stuff, get it from the neighbors, get it from local stores, whatever. Always support the locals, even if it costs you a bit more. He says, in the long run, it'll be cheaper because they won't forget you when you need something going on. So I'm like, yeah. And of course, my dad was right and always was. My mother lives by that, always has here as well. So it was just a family thing. And well, everybody like that out here, I guess. So anyway, I know what these are. Hang on, I'll set you guys down before the power runs out here. Hang on here. Sorry. There we go. Representing no UFO news. You guys see that? Yeah, okay. Pretty sure that's what it is. Chertsey, Quebec. I know the name. I don't remember where it is though. Oops. I cut part of the receipt. And that was dumb. Okay. Oh. And I got business cards. Oh fuck, they gave me free seeds. Well, there's the do-si-do. They gave me 3 free seeds, something called grape skunk. I'm going to have to check that. Right on. Thank you, Montreal Cannabis. Or, yeah, Quebec Cannabis. Or, oh, I cut their business card. That sucks. Well, that was my laziness. I should have cut it. Well, there's even more free ones. What the fuck? Look at this. That's Fruity OG Kush. Holy fuck, 6 free seeds. I only ordered 15. Jesus, I hope they don't go out of business. So there's the Fruity Pebbles. There's the Alaskan Thunderfuck. So there we go. Well, there you go, folks. Now, isn't that really cool? Montreal Cannabis Seeds from Sherbrooke, Quebec. Okay, that's why I've heard of Chertsey. It's out near Sherbrooke. Okay, that's on the South Shore. God damn. Should have been ordering from them from the start, because one thing about Quebecers, man, they are some of the greatest weed growers I've ever seen. The weed I've smoked, you know, because I lived in Quebec and worked in Quebec, lived in Montreal for a while. It was the only city that I could really tolerate. And I mean, and I'm telling you, man, and they got a real thing for Northern Lights there. Everybody grows Northern Lights, did even when it was illegal. And of course, every dealer you'd go to would have Northern Lights, but the other one was always Purple Kush. Big Purple Kush people in Quebec, at least they used to be. I'm going back like fucking, you know, 20 years here. So, but, yeah. I was surprised to even get Fruity Pebbles because it's really hard to get, but these guys had it, and I checked the genetics because I wanted to make sure, you know, like this isn't some kind of fool. But I mean, because the original genetics for Fruity Pebbles is from people in California, but it is. It's all connected to the right thing here. Get my coffee cup here. How are you cats doing? We're filming today, kitty cats. Looks like CNN decided. Oh no, I turned CNN off. Okay, now turn that back on in case the UFO thing starts again. You know, something else crashes. Anyway, I spent my whole time explaining to people about Yukon. They all think it's some big government conspiracy because we're not getting anything out of there. And I'm like, fuck, man, you don't know fucking Yukon. Like in the winter, man, it's harsh there. It's harsh there in the summer. It's not a place for idiots or people that don't know the bush. You know, up there is almost all just First Nations, and they, I mean, 1,000 generations have lived there. You know? So, if anybody will find it, it'll be our First Nations brothers and sisters. I would trust them would absolutely be able to find it. So, and if they say it can't be found because of this, that, or reason, I'll take the word of the First Nations folks over anybody else, because no one knows that area better than them. And no one ever will. So, Yukon is one of the places I'm looking at once we pack it in here and sell this 100 acres in the place and everything. My mom won't be coming with me. That's when I do that is when mom, you know, whatever. And but Yukon is one of the places I have on the list. Northern Ontario is #1 on my list, somewhere up north of Lake Superior, because I want to go where it's cold because I hate heat. Yukon, and there's a deal in the Yukon. You can buy property from the provincial government, but they will give you some kind of credit or something that helps you buy the property, because of course they're always looking for people to move there. I mean, average Johnny don't move there, trust me. If you're from Toronto and you've never been out, I mean, never been out anything past Provincial Park camping, you're not going to be there. You're not going to live there. You're just not. So, and I got to tell you, a lot of people up there don't like what they call southern Canada, which is, when in their minds it's Ontario, lower Quebec and everything, and they call people down here southern maggots. Okay, I don't get that because I go up there and I've earned my place, and of course First Nations people are like they're not I'm not First Nations, but they're my people. I believe what they believe. I believe in the spirituality that they believe in Mother Earth, and my thoughts and their thoughts are pretty much on the same line, and they always sense that with me, so I easily make friends in the First Nation communities. Most white people are stupid with them. Anyway, we'll get off that subject. One good thing, though, is that thing fell between Mayo and Dawson City, and there's at least 3 different nations there, I think. So if there's any chance of finding that. Anyway, that was for another video, not this one. Just trying to heat my coffee and run the power out. Turn that off or I'll be blowing circuits. 11 Celsius near the floor in here with the screen door open. Whoops. No, 4 minutes would not work, guys. That'll boil my coffee away. 45 seconds. Yeah. So we won't be burning a wood fire this weekend unless something changes. It's only Tuesday. I can probably sell a bunch of firewood this week, but I don't know what day I can get Joe to deliver. I gotta wait for him to give me a schedule. So who knows? We might get her done. I know me and Joe do it ourselves, like just keep to ourselves and take the orders. And well, I thought this thing was done. Okay. What's this defrost bullshit? Oh, you know what it is? I'm dense. I pushed the defrost button, so it's sitting there defrosting, which is cooler, microwaves than, heat it hot. Well, yeah, I was gonna check my cell phone here, see if Jamie has come back. Let's see what he says here. I'm not sure. She's in a meeting right now. I can ask after. Yeah, that would be cool. I'm short money for 2 more parts for the wood stove. Period. I'm going to start getting the orders in and ready today. I'll need to know from your father when he wants to do the deliveries so I can let the customers know. Okay. So much nicer. Like in the old days, I'd be picking up the phone, like landline. He'd have to pick up a phone. Of course, when you're on the job site, we didn't have cell phones. Well, we've always had cell phones since we started together, but not like the old days. When nobody had cell phones, it was like, man, you had to wait all day. You write everything down, comes in. Of course, at the end of the day, you're tired. You don't want to really get talking and all the rest of it. So, So cell phones have made things more complicated, but it's also made them more easy. More easy? More easy? That don't come out of my mouth sounding right. Okay, well. Think we should keep heating the great outdoors, kitty cats, or what? You guys finished watching the birds and the squirrels? Hey? Well, nobody seems interested, so I guess I'm going to close that door, kitty cats. You got your fresh air, you got to look at birds and squirrels. They didn't even finish all their stuff. Look at that. I was worried about them not getting enough food. Guess they're fine. It was a couple lean months, a couple lean weeks there. I couldn't get out to feed them. It was too cold. Everything was iced shut here. And the snow kept coming, so any time I tried to put seed out for them, here they are, it's buried again. They dug a lot of it up, but whew, my $75 Carhartt. I wore this as I was going to a speed dating thing and for a friend of mine that was putting on in Montreal. And anyway, I didn't make it up because I didn't do my timing right to leave there. So I was going to be too late and I didn't want them to wait on me. So, but she said it went off really well. I said, well, I hope you do another one. She says she's not sure. I said, Jesus. I said, I think this is one of the best ideas ever, especially, you know, you're doing it for people 25 ages and up. I love that. I won't have to sit in front of some 20-year-old daddy freak girl, you know, that's got daddy issues and all that. I have to listen to her fucking nonsense. I won't have to do that. So I think, well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, girls after age 25 get these daddy things. I get approached all the time. It's crazy. And I mean, like you know, when I was 10 years ago, it was a lot more fun. But my patience level for listening to this and listening to them talk, I can't do it. And 99% of them are city people. Well, you're not going to be coming out here. I mean, and I'm not leaving here ever again. At least, I mean, out in the bush. I mean, I'm definitely planning on moving either to the Yukon, northern Vancouver Island, or northern Ontario. I'm leaning, like I said, towards northern Ontario, above Lake Superior, because I'm a Great Lakes guy all my life, you know, in these regions. But we'll see after we go camping in the Nahanni Valley. Can't buy anything there. It's a big, you know, reserve, nature reserve. But, you know, find some good piece of land with some creek or water on it. And I won't give a goddamn if there's access to power or anything like that, because I'll be going all solar. I would like to be able to punch a well there, so we'll have to see, you know, where I buy it, if I'm going to be able to punch a well. As long as I got water and I got solar power, we're good. Anything after that I can do on my own. I can't drill a well on my own. So, Starbucks French roast. This is good strong coffee. And you know what? I was just thinking, geez, I'd like to have a joint with that. So we're going to walk over here and I'm going to puff one while I'm drinking this and talking to you people. I bought something called wax. I've seen it before. I've never had wax before. And I got the machine to, you know, anyway, whoo-wee, that wax. Well, here it is here. It's called Jean-Guy Batter. No, that's backwards for you guys, it looks like. There's nothing I can do about it. And then I also got 6-month oak barrel hash. It was cured 6 months in an oak barrel. Anyway, it's really good. I already tried it in the mod, and the taste is out of this world. So anyway, that's from this place called the Cannabis something or another in Perth. But it's the one out on Highway 7. Young lad named Tyler runs it. Well, shit, man, what a great guy. We sat and talked for almost an hour. And he told me, hey, email, whatever. And I said, well, I'll pop in and just say good day. I don't have to come in and buy everything every time. He says, no, absolutely not. He says, I enjoyed talking to you. I said, same here, brother. So anyway, he owns that store. He's just a young lad, like, fuck. But I mean, like, proud. Okay, I'm not his father, but I'm just like, you know, I'm proud that a young lad from the local opened up a store. He was a real weed smoker, unlike a lot of these people that buy them and they're just trying to make money and know nothing about weed or anything. No, this kid, he knows his shit. So he said, try these two. He says, you know, you're old school and I'm old school and blah, 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 blah. And he says, you're going to love this. Well, fuck. Bring it home. The price was good on it. And I tried the hash first. I'm like, oh yeah. And then I did the butter or wax, whatever they call that. I did that last night while I was watching, I can't even remember what I was watching on TV. But yeah, I got it. I mean, whew, 2 or 3 puffs out of the machine and I was like, zood. And the taste, oh, the taste of that butter or wax, whatever. They call it B-U-D-D-E-R, but I see it also referred to as wax. So, I don't know, it's all the same. When I see resin, rosin, or rosin, butter and wax, they all look the same to me. The only thing that looks different is hash and of course weed. But I don't know, all these fancy names for it. It's like, whatever. Does it taste good and get me buzzed? Well, what Tyler turned me on to at his place, yes. He actually gave me a business card. His store is called The Cannabis Shop. Does it get more straightforward than that? Backwards, is it? No, that's not backwards. Well, why is that not backwards, but these other ones are? Oh, I know why. Because it's backwards. No. Wait a minute here. Well, wasn't that backwards before when I had this in front of it? It looked backwards to me. Anyway, that's the... Is it focusing? No. That's the Zhongyi Batter, B-A-D-D-E-R, 33.65% milligram, or well, 33 milligram, and CBD is 5 milligram. That's why the pain, it just says batter cannabis extract contains the equivalent of 4 grams of dried cannabis. Well, okay. All right, if you say so. Is this backwards now? No. Why did it changed on its own, man? Yeah, it doesn't want to focus. Anyway, this is 6-month oak barrel aged cannabis extract hash. 2 grams. Total THC is 418 milligrams, 41%. Total CBD is 0.1%. Yeah, it's pretty strong stuff. And aged black hash, that's what it says. Contains the equivalent of 8 grams of dried cannabis. Yeah, that would be about right. And this all comes from a company called the Green Organic Dutchman. And anyway, Tyler is cool guy. We know a lot of the same people, which was nice. But yeah, The Cannabis Shop. So if you're ever outside of Ottawa, between Ottawa and Toronto, and you're on Highway 7, stop up at The Cannabis Shop. Tell them Big Paul told you to go there, or Lad from the Woods. So I'll email him. I don't think he knows me as Lad from the Woods. I'll email him that whole bunch of shit so he has that. So I can't say he'll give you a discount or something. I'll ask him, but I won't speak for him. I'll have to ask him, but you won't be sorry going there. This guy is not like Budweiser. He's more like a craft kind of place. He buys the same stuff from OCS, but he selects what he wants in his store, and he's got the right selection. He's done it right. So, of course, I still have my own, but once in a while, you like to go in and, you know, let me try this, let me try that. So I told him I'd be back. I said, there's other weeds, you know, and he said, well, I sell seeds too. And I'm like, oh, fuck, okay. So I said, like, he says, well, email me. He says, I'll put together a list of seeds. And he says, then I'll match them to what I sell here that's already grown. I said, that's exactly what I want. So, because I told him, you know, he knows my friend Pat that owns Irish Dabs, does his own genetics, and I grow all, that's who I grow stuff with, except for I'm trying this Montreal cannabis thing. But Irish Dabs, he knows them, and I was like, fuck, if we could ever get Irish Dabs properly licensed or whatever, fuck, man. And they go that they start letting stores buy from independent licensed producers. That's where they need to go now. And Tyler, I'm sure, will be right on that like dirt on a pig. This I'm smoking is actually Khalifa Mints, one of Irish Dab's genetics. The owner's a personal friend. So, well, let's go over and have a look at Twitter. Is there anything death-defying? I got 9 notifications. God, that channel's growing fast, people. Somebody asked me, why would it be classified if it's the enemy's product? Surely it won't hurt to expose it. I'll just tell them. That's the $1 million question. I don't have enough room to put a keyboard up here, so I use the online keyboard and type with my mouse. That's the $1 million question. Oh, him brother because I don't want him to think I'm being an arsehole. I always make sure that I give some kind of signal that I'm like, hey man, hey brother, I'm talking to you and I'm not being a jerk, because boy, it's hard to tell. You can't tell by people's typing, their tone of voice, the look in their eyes, whatever. That's what I grew up that way, especially in the biker world. Seeing somebody in their eyes when you're in a bar and their body movements and everything, it keeps you alive. Johnny Stargazer, blah, 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 blah. There you go, young man. Okay, this is a stupid question. How could you not find it? Come on, all the planes have tactical GPS. They know exactly where it is. You wouldn't ask that. If you'd ever been to the Yukon. You never have been. He's got to be an American. Yeah, he is. No, he's British. Oh no, he's Australian. Well, that's weird. They got land, not snowy stuff, but I mean, their outback is as crazy like where we live, just different. But I mean, Australian outback is not a place you want to be running around to if you're not knowing what you're doing. And I certainly don't know. I'm not set up for desert stuff. I know bush. I can minus 25. I'll be fine out there. But minus 50, whatever. I know how to take care of myself. But I'm Canadian. Grew up in the bush. But the Australian outback, I could see me not understanding things down there. So maybe it's just the way he is. So I'm going to answer him nicely. You wouldn't ask that if you've never been to the Yukon or live in the bush. I'll say bush here because Australians call their bush a bush too. Oh, in the bush here. And then we'll be nice and call him brother. If he's an idiot, then he goes on the mute patrol and knucklehead list. So you guys get to see how I'm answering. No, live in the bush. You wouldn't ask that if you never have been to the Yukon or live in the bush. Brother. I'm very experienced and I wouldn't even try this time of year myself. Okay, you wouldn't ask that if you've never been to the Yukon or live in the bush, brother. I'm very experienced and I wouldn't even try this time of year myself. There we go. So I think I was nice. Let's see how he answered. His name is the evolutionary Exo Durden. Does he follow me? No. How many people has he got? Not that that matters. I don't care if you have 1 or 1 million. No, he's got 30 followers, but he's got some fairly decent people following him. What does he say? Exo Durden. That's Australian flag. I'm absolute, I think, anyway. Either that or New Zealand. Multidisciplinary, multi-perspectival view of UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena, and how it will change our world forever. Well, I like that attitude. I think I'm going to put a like on this. And I'm going to reply. Because I do like what he said. How could you not find it? Come on, all the planes have tactical GPS. That doesn't mean shit. They know exactly where it is. No, they don't. I can safely say that our government is definitely, if they're saying they can't get to it, I mean, that's a kick in the face to the Canadian Armed Forces, the RCMP and everything. And if those boys say they can't get in there, no one's getting in there. The only people that have any hope in hell of finding it are the local 3 First Nations that are around that area. Those boys might be able to pull it off. But even then, they'll tell you, like, you know, we're not going to go out 100 miles on the skidoos or whatever, or pack the dogs, you know, because, I mean, you get out there and all of a sudden the weather just does one of these and it's minus 50 and minus 70 with the wind chill. You're not going to do it this time of year. So anyway, I would leave that to the First Nations. Everybody, I told that in one of my UFO videos, is that leave it to the First Nations up there, because that's not fuck around territory. It's not a place for city or citiettes. Definitely not a place for people that have no experience camping or living in the bush or whatever have you. It's just not Yukon. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I thank you for coming. Thank you for listening to me babble on. And please like, share, and subscribe. Helps the channels. We're building. Things are happening slowly but surely. So, and I'll try and keep uploading and trying to do more videos. I mean, everything's starting to wake up, albeit 2 weeks early. So who knows? We might be back in the deep freeze. So when Stefan comes, I'll film the install of the pipes and stuff for the wood stove. Okay? Be good. Be cool. Okay, everyone. Bye-bye.